Actress Kyla Alissa Pratt was born on September 16, 1986, in Los Angeles, California. She's the oldest of 5 children to a schoolteacher mother and basketball player father. Her mother was also active in local theater, and Kyla's first adventure into the performing arts came when she was just 5 years old, serving as an extra in a stage production in which her mother was also involved. Acting, though, wasn't a goal for her, as she told Black Enterprise. "I didn't really decide to get into this business. It just came up and I started to love it. My grandma showed off my pictures on an airplane, and another passenger asked for me to be in a fashion show. Then an agent approached us and we signed with them." Her first paying job came in a 1995 television commercial for an interactive computer game. She worked steadily after that, beginning with an appearance in the Babysitters Club television series and a stint as one of the Playmate kids in the Barney television series. The latter job led to her feature film debut in 1998's Barney's Great Adventure. Over the next few years, Kyla racked up a number of credits in sitcoms and TV dramas. They include Living Single, The Parenthood, ER, Moesha, The Hughleys, The Parkers, Lizzie McGuire, and even an episode of Friends. She was then cast as one of the 2 daughters in the 1998 fantasy comedy film Dr. Dolittle, starring Eddie Murphy in the title role. It turned out to be a surprise box office hit of the summer, and she went on to appear in its sequel, Dr. Dolittle 2. She also became the main character in the spin-off series of the franchise, which included 3 more movies. Another notable film role from this time period included Love and Basketball in 2000, in which she played the younger version of the film's star, Sanaa Lathan. Kyla would go on to become best known for her first regularly recurring television role on the UPN sitcom One on One that debuted in 2001. She played Brianna, the 14-year-old daughter of divorced parents. When her mother's new job disrupts their Atlanta household schedule, Brianna goes to live with her father, a popular sports broadcaster in Baltimore. She's also known for her involvement in another popular show that debuted in 2001, the animated series The Proud Family, as the voice of Penny Proud. Kyla's increasingly busy work schedule forced her to give up a regular school schedule, though, and work with a tutor instead. For a time, she was a student at the Hamilton High School Academy of Music, a magnet school for the performing arts and part of the Los Angeles United School District. By the time she turned 16 in 2002, she'd saved enough to buy herself a car when she received her driver's license. Kyla's first starring role in a feature film came in 2004 with Fat Albert, the big screen version of the popular 1970s television cartoon series based on characters created by Bill Cosby. She was cast in one of the leads as Doris, an unhappy teen who watches a rerun of the show, cries, and a teardrop that leaks onto the remote suddenly brings the characters to life inside her house. Over the years, whenever Kyla's name was in the news, it was always related to her professional accomplishments, and never her personal life, since she's always been quite private about it. In 2008, she began a relationship with Danny Kirkpatrick, a rapper, songwriter, and tattoo artist. They met through Danny's cousin and roommate at the time, who was friends with Kyla. The cousin invited Kyla over to their house one day, and the rest, as they say, is history. 2 years later, the couple welcomed a daughter, Lyric. 3 years after that, they welcomed another daughter, Lila. In addition to their daughters, Danny also has a son from a previous relationship. Kyla becoming a mom was actually a big surprise to many fans, since she never went out of her way to publicly announce her pregnancies.
I just feel like that's something personal that I wanted to experience and enjoy myself, especially with the social media nowadays. People are easily able to reach you and easily able to say anything that they want to say without any consequences. And when you're pregnant, you're hormonal, you have a lot of things going on. And my fear was somebody saying something and it really affecting me when it doesn't really matter. So it's when I announced that I had a daughter, we got a lot of backlash, but I didn't care. Like, I had my baby, but when you're pregnant, you don't know what somebody's gonna say or what's gonna affect you or how you're gonna feel. And I just feel like that was something personal that I loved my pregnancy every moment. And like you said, I wasn't hiding. Everybody, you thought I was sitting in the house with the shades drawn. Like, no, I went to Disneyland 8 months pregnant. I had a huge baby shower. I just have people around me who respect me and understand where I was coming from.
After the couple had been together for a few years and had children, people were naturally wondering when they'd get married. It was even reported that they were, in fact, engaged and had been since 2011. In a 2014 interview with Vlad TV, Kyla addressed the topic.
So I have to ask, when are you going to get married?
Okay, marriage. We're going to get married when we feel like it. I feel like there's a lot of pressure that people try to put on anybody in relationships as far as getting married. And I was having a conversation with someone recently, and I reminded them, I said, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that piece of paper. And why not work on your relationship before jumping into all that pressure? I don't want to get married to get divorced. I don't want to, and of course, young ladies, we dream about our weddings and stuff like that, but I want it to be perfect. I want to have the perfect, not the perfect, because there's no such thing, but I want to have a great marriage, and that's what I want to focus on. So right now, we're good. We're good where we are, and it'll happen when we feel like it. Even if we want to do some Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn type thing, they never been married, still together, got all these kids, and still strong, instead of like other people who rush into the situation, and then next thing you know, what? As long as we are friends, as long as we communicate and we are doing a great job raising our kids together, that's all that matters.
She also appeared alongside Danny on the reality show Black Ink Crew Compton in 2019. In 2022, Kyla did a candid interview with Jemele Hill where she spoke about how she felt having her relationship with Danny be showcased on reality TV.
Generally speaking, you were somebody who kept your personal life on the low for the most part once you reached adulthood. So to then wind up in a relationship with somebody who's on a reality show, how concerned were you about that?
I was extremely concerned. I love what I do. Sometimes I feel like people can mistake thinking that they know you. And that's always been not really an issue for me, but it's always been like, I didn't realize that I had this cookie cutter, she's a princess. Oh, she's so sweet and respectful. And I didn't realize that I had this image. And I'm like, wait, I was just taught to respect my elders and and act right, and just chill. You know what I mean? But, I always tell people, I'm like, luckily I didn't grow up in the social media era, thank God. But it was a weird experience because I am very private. I don't believe that every moment of my life is meant for the world. I think that some things, and that's why social media is kind of hard for me because I have so many, my life is my kids. And so for me to post, it's it's just all my kids. But I still want to keep some things for us, things that I want to keep from me, and it makes it special.
Danny put his 2 cents into the marriage conversation a few months later during an interview with Buzzy Baker.
You and Kyla had that whole agreement,
we just been straight.
Y'all
so because
solid.
we've been straight and people been questioning her or asking her, it made us be like, now we ain't doing just because y'all trying to.
Yeah. Because everybody asking the same question.
Yeah, it was like, just because y'all
Yeah.
trying, we ain't, even if we was like, okay, we should, and now it's like, oh, you gonna do it right now? You should do it. It's like, wait, hold on. Now, fall back. I ain't doing nothing now.
Right.
You gonna tell me when.
When to
like,
do
she got
it.
that attitude too. Like,
Okay.
y'all ain't gonna tell me when. I ain't no kid. Like, I'm
Yeah.
grown. But they seen her as a kid.
Yeah.
But she a real one,
Yeah.
and she from here. So it's like her mama from Compton, her daddy was from down the street. So it's like she's still real, but people won't see her from that perspective. It's like, you can't tell me what to do. I do what I want. It's that mentality, and because she always been in the limelight. It's always been that. To where it been making us like, yeah, we ain't tripping.
We ain't even tripping.
All right, we gonna show y'all how we solid.
We know what we doing.
Yeah, and y'all gonna look up and y'all done got married and divorced, and we still rocking.
Real quick.
A couple of years after that, in a 2024 interview with E! News, Kyla once again reiterated her stance on their relationship.
Before I let you go in, you guys have been together since 2008. That's unheard of in Hollywood because everyone, you know what happens.
Yeah.
All right? What's been the key to that secret sauce? Being together, becoming fiancés in 2011. What is the key?
I just have to say, remembering that it's a journey. I think that people go into situations thinking everything is going to be hunky-dory and happy and butterflies every day, but it's a journey. Our journey hasn't been perfect, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
You know, so.
And again, not to get in your business, but I got to ask, and everyone on social media is always asking, are you thinking about it at least? Like, are you thinking about moving closer to the wedding and the bells, or are you just kind of?
But the crazy thing is, okay, we was at BET Awards, weren't we? Yeah. We showed up at the BET Awards, and people were like, "Congratulations on your engagement," and we were like, "What are y'all talking about? Like, what are you saying?" And then we saw it online, and we just start saying thank you. But we're you looking at two gangsters who living their life and loving each other, and that's it. We good. Don't worry about what we doing.
Currently, Kyla is reprising the role of Penny in the Proud Family revival, The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder on Disney+. In June 2023, it was announced that the series was picked up for a third season. While as of the making of this video, the premiere date of the third season is not yet known, it is anticipated to be broadcast in 2025.